Today's Tuesday, 20th of May. It's 2025 and well, you can see I'm outside Mercadona. Just I've got to go and do some shopping, and Anita's coming back this evening. But before that, I'm just going to go for a little walk around Caliu. Anita did leave me with a shopping list, and since she's been away, she's left me a few more things to get. But quite convenient, the Mercadona here. It's just 5 minutes to get to in the car. And we've got this lovely walk that goes all the way down there into Palmanova. I could carry on going all the way this way and end up in, well, Portals now and beyond. But I'm just going to have a walk around Caliu. So on this side where the supermarket is, that's like the new Caliu, and that's all been built well and truly since we were here. There was nothing here when we came. That would be like farmland, greenland. And then the original Caliu, which is on that side, which is the apartamentos, Olivia and the rest. But before I go and look around that area, I'm going to carry on walking along this promenade and towards Portals now. Well, I'm not going to go to Portals now, so not even going to get really to Costa d'Emblanes properly. Negotiate this road first. There's this walk crosses sides, and I wasn't sure where I wanted to go this morning for a walk, but decided this was possibly a good one because it's well, it's in the shade largely, and I knew today was going to be a sunny, hot day, and that's exactly what it's turned out to be. Lovely blue skies. It's a garden centre for Anita, of course. She's not with us though. And then there's some really lovely views along this way. So it's got all the ingredients that I like in a walk. So there's a roundabout here. That's the roundabout that takes you to the Mercadona. And I like to park there because they've got an underground car park, which particularly in the summer is great for the cars. Keeps them cooler, and even in the shade on the top there. And that's the roundabout. It's got a number 5 in the middle. People ask me, what's the number 5? It's just a number. They are the various routes, various places along this promenade walkway. They've put these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on all the way along, but they don't actually measure anything in particular. It's just little markers. And this walkway, when it was built all those years ago by Caliu, it was a little bit controversial, but I love it. I think it's great. So it's actually referred to as the Passage de Caliu, and along here we've got these various little activities, so you can do your exercises. So this one, I guess, is all about doing some sit-ups. I'm not sure I'm up to that at the moment. I'll carry on, find something else. And we're a little bit insulated from the traffic, which is the other side of all of this greenery here, which is now matured. It doesn't insulate us from the sound, unfortunately, but it is just quite a nice place to walk. We've got all this shade now, the plants, trees now, we've got leaves. There's activities for children, so that keeps them going. On this side, this is a rather nice apartment block. I'll be walking around on the other side of this block in a moment. And you can see from the seaside, so the sea is just the other side of this block. And then as we go on, this is a hotel, a 5-star hotel, and one where the rich and famous do come. So you never know who you're going to bump into in there, I suppose. Never stayed there, but we have had a couple of functions there with the Masons in the past, and Quite a glamorous affair it was. I was talking about shade. The trees here, I think they need watering. I need a bit of a boost because it's not giving me much shade here. But it's get better as I go on. This is the Mar de Val, and they have a Michelin star restaurant in there as well, so it gives you an idea of the sort of standard to expect. And certainly the parts of the hotel I've seen are very nice. Here we've got some more of these adult gym activities. It's definitely what I've got to get into, I think. Pay a fortune for gym membership, and here we've got it all for free. Oleander looking good. Niece has been sending me messages and pictures and even videos of a trip back, so she had to get a taxi. Well, first thing this morning she took William to school, and then she had time just to finish her packing before the taxi arrived to take her to the railway station, and then the train from Fareham to Bournemouth. She had to change in, well, she thought she had to change. I thought she had to change in Southampton. The ticket said you had to change in Southampton. And when she did that, she got off, and the guard said, no, get back on, this is the same train. So yeah, so she got off the train and then got back on the train. But we booked the train some time ago, and I was astounded at the fare. It was only €5, so really very, very little. This is the entrance to the Mar de Val, St Regis Mar de Val it's now referred to. It's a very posh hotel. But it's not the only posh hotel. One of the main reasons for coming here is also to have a look at the progress that's been made at this other Mandarin Ponte Negra hotel, which I read earlier on in the year was going to be finished for this summer. It looks far from finished to me. We'll go down. Still big cranes here, still construction type work going on. It's actually been quite a few weeks since we've been down here. Lots of people working on it, lots of scaffolding up. This building didn't even exist before, so this is new addition. The actual Ponte Negra Hotel was really just down at the end of this road and was a relatively small building. It's still there. And then they had some smaller outlying buildings, which I'm fairly sure are still there. And this is a completely new construction, which is obviously a long way from completion. There's another building here which is a bit closer to completion because it's got windows. This one doesn't have any windows. There's windows in this one, but still bare brick at the front, so still away from completion, and some windows are not yet in place. Got all this metal fencing down here. When they finished, they've got to tidy the road up as well. Lots of work going on. Well, the end of the road is where the entrance used to be, but I think that's going to be the main entrance. It certainly looks like a main entrance. So maybe that's going to be the main hotel bit. It's always interesting to see these places develop, grow. That's all new stuff. And then in front of us, that's the old Ponte Negra Hotel. And this used to be like the circle at the end, the roundabout, as it were, where we used to come and park the car. And it's about as far as we can go. Interesting. I'm not sure what the completion date is, but there's still lots and lots to do, lots to see. Right. When this is finished, and I haven't got a clue now when that's going to be, it's going to be quite an addition for the area, and another one of those things that's going to be pushing Palmanova type area upmarket. And I think this one might be a little bit special. That's not to say the St. Regis Mardeval isn't special, it is. But having two hotels of similar quality close to each other like that's great. It'll mean a completely different type of clientele is being brought here to Mallorca and to Palmanova in particular. But I'm always a little bit scared now of saying they'll never do it, because Spanish workers have this ability to just get it done in the end, and sometimes getting it done might not be completely done, but as we've seen on the Paseo Maritimo, just loads to do there. And then once you've got it all done, you've got to fit the place out. So this is the outside. So it's somewhere I just need to keep coming back to, just to keep my eye on it. And then the hills over there, they're the hills of Costa de Blanes, and all of this area is Blanes land. Now, I can actually walk down on the other side of all of this construction, and that takes me on a lovely little walk, which is what I'm looking forward to, by the sea, in the shade, with absolutely wonderful views, and hopefully away from all of this noise. Construction. So there's number 4, by the way, on the roundabout. So we walk from number 5 to number 4. That's going to be an underground car park down there. Very important. So just down the side of it is this path, which is going to give me access to the sea. There's even a tiny little beach area down here. Interesting to compare videos from last time, this time, And then, well, next time I come down here, should probably be in a few weeks' time. Just looking at this path, just lovely, shady path. Looks like they're going to be building a wall here, so we might not be able to see very much into it when that wall goes up, depending on how high they're allowed to build it. But now we've got great views into the complex. See where swimming pools are going. And there's the wall being constructed. There's a swimming pool. It's going to be a little bit hilly, isn't it, in there? There's going to be some ups and downs. Here's the path continuing. Just coming to the end. This is the little beach area I was talking about, and there is a path, which I'm not going to take. Path that goes around there. I've been told it's quite dangerous. So maybe I won't take it. But there's a tiny little beach area. I've never actually been down here. So that's looking out towards Palmanova. There's a little jetty here. A sign on, which says it's the Mar de Val precaution right in the gap. So this may well have been put here by the Mar de Val. It means you could fall through there if you've got young children. It's a big space. But boats can come in here. I think it's actually a concrete jetty that's it's had a wooden walkway put on it. There's another little sort of beachy area there, and then up above, what used to be like the little houses which were attached to the Punta Negra, and they go on all the way down there. There's a little jetty that sticks out. And seems to be a favourite sort of place for moorings. Nice, safe, beautiful clear water here. Almost tempted for a swim. Forgot my swimming trunks and towel. And the Mar de Val, well, that's just up there behind those trees. I'm going to be walking past there in just a moment. Time for a few photos. Well, I've got a few photos, so I'll make my way back into the shade. It's up the dirt track over there. So, onward and upward. And out of the sunshine into the shade. A lovely sunny day today. It's now afternoon. Anita should be at the airport now and waiting for her flight. She's got quite a wait. It's all down to the other travelling. There's the wall I was talking about them building here, and they're still going to go higher, obviously. And here's the path, which comes down between the Mar de Val, St Regis, and this Mandarin Hotel, and carries on this way. But then becomes a bit of a dirt track. And the St Regis kindly put some rope up just to protect people, but it gives us a slightly elevated position now to look down on those boats. And right across is Torrenova and the Tower of Torrenova. And that tower has now been acquired by the Ayuntamiento de Calvia, so they're going to be sprucing it up and opening it all up to the public. There's a lot of land there, so it'll be interesting to see what they make of it. All of this path is in shade, but there is some beautiful views through the trees to the boats down below, the sea. Really nice spot. I'm in the shade. And then on this side is the hotel, fenced off of course. There is actually a gate which will provide entrance to the clients. And there is a warning sign at the beginning just to say be careful, because there can be landslides here, so it's just sandstone, so it is susceptible to erosion. The gardens in this hotel are absolutely perfectly manicured. This is the gate I was telling you about. And obviously to get in there you need your contactless, but you get a little glimpse of the way it is all set out. Really quite beautiful. Back into the shade. Path splits in two here. There was a rope across there, but somebody's taken it down or it's fallen down. It does get closer to the edge and they're encouraging you to go this way. Nice shady patch. There's another little beach around there, which is kind of tricky to get to. I think it was Andy who said, if you go that way, be careful. It's a little bit tricky. I've seen some people, I can see them actually making their way on across the headland, but I'm certainly not going to try that today, and certainly not on my own. I was asked quite a while ago about somewhere where you could take dogs for a walk, where it would be safe, and this is one of them, so you can get quite a few dog walkers along here. See the jetty where I was. There's quite a few in the sea now over there, off the boats. Well, you have the serenity of the sailing boats, and then you have the jet skis. Really find it hard to hold my camera straight to get a photo of them. They do move really fast. I think I've got some nice photos of the bird down there sitting on the rock, posing really, and some of the boats that are out here. This part is the private apartments here, so they've got lawn gardens all to the front, and they've also got an access point, so they can get to this path as well. Just there. See the lovely gardens just through the gate. Very green. Like that, it's a picture. I've just taken a photo so I'll have to see how it comes out. I can smell the pine trees here. Quite a nice flat area here that's in the shade. People do come for picnics. And then round there is the beach of Caliu. There a week or so ago, and Andy asked me to do something for him in his apartment there. All sorted. A bit breezy here. And so that's the main beach of Caliu, and then there's a path. It's very tricky to get around, and then there's another couple of little beaches here. They are very little. The one actually in the middle of the screen you can get to by the road. This one you come from this side, or you can get to the other side depending on the sea level at the time. Might get your feet wet. And now it is very windy. I have got my little sound muff wind cat thing on. Dead cat. Where did that come from? I don't know. A tree that fell down. Been here for years. So there it is, completely fallen down, but refused to die, and seems to be flourishing. People in the sea down there. Definitely getting to beach time and getting in the sea time. It's starting to feel like that as well. The weather forecast for tomorrow, or even later on tonight, is stormy weather over much of Spain, and they're probably going to get to us, so we could be getting some storms over the next 24-48 hours. I'll dictate what I can do tomorrow. I need to be going knitting, I'm sure. That's where you can get down to this little beach. I'm actually going to go back this way because I've got to go shopping. I'm going to be leaving this wonderful view behind me. Watch where I'm going. There's steps here. Well, that's where I've got to go now. Right up there, luckily, mostly in the shade. And this is the apartments, the Mardeval apartments. I was talking to you, these are private apartments with the gardens in front of them. And way out to the cliff path. Anyway, I'll catch up with you when I've got to the top. You can see where it comes out. Well, there we are. Didn't take long to walk up there. And this is where it comes out. Number 5. And if I was in the car, that's where I'd be going, up that road and into the car park. But the pedestrian access is just down here. That's the way I came across. I'm just going to go down into some Caliu, because that's where I said we were going, wasn't it? I forgot. Anyway, I'll come down into the old Sun Caliu. Not sure where the best shade is. A little bit on this side. So the houses and apartments down here have been here for a long time. Most of them. That one there looks quite modern. Smell something. Flower. No smelly vision, unfortunately. So this road takes you down to the restaurants. There's lots of good restaurants down there. In particular, I must mention Archie's, which is one where Anita and I go to sometimes for fish and chips. If you look up Archie's, you'll find they do excellent fish and chips there. And other things as well. A lot of people like to go there for a Sunday roast. I know we're British, but we don't tend to go out here for a Sunday roast. I'm not saying we've never done it, because we may have gone to Delfino's and done that. And this little road here takes you down to one of those little beaches I've just shown to you. You can get your boat down into the water. And then on this side, there's more private accommodation, private homes, villas. I think that's some apartments. The one in front, though, is actually holiday apartments. Apartments, Son Caliu Playa. And these are actually part of the hotel. So if we go a bit further around, we'll come to the Hotel Son Caliu. And these are right on the beach. That's the hotel, just a bit further on, Hotel Son Caliu. In videos I did over the winter time, it was covered in scaffolding because they were doing repairs and renovations and painting, and that's all done now. I'll just take you quickly down to the beach. onto the sand. And the jetty's out, which is nice to see. If you're going swimming, it's nice to be able to get in and out on the jetty. They take that in during the winter time, so I'm not sure how long it's been out. It wasn't here when we came last time, I don't think. It's a Playa de Moro shot. And lots of bars at the back of here, so places to have a drink. I'm going to switch the camera off and go onto the road. Well, there you go, I'm at the back of the beach now. That's the hotel swimming pool, and that's the beach there. Beautiful little beach. And up onto the road here. I just noticed I need to tie my lace, so just excuse me. There we go. All safe again. It's the pensioners club over there. I've just been given a new club in Palmanova, quite a great big place. And there's some bars and restaurants along here which we need to explore. It's the Hotel Caliu. Again, not one I've ever stayed at. I'm just going to take this alleyway. There's a couple of these in Caliu which give you shortcuts to get to different places. Instead of walking all the way around the block on the road, you can go up an alleyway. Just on the left, tennis courts. These are the tennis courts to the hotel. This is one of the roads that we pass by. It's all private houses along here. Lovely bougainvillea. Must be just the right time. Beautiful colours. Different on this side. So I mentioned the bars. This is where they are, restaurants. And it's a whole row of them here. It's Tuesday, and it's the Tuesday I'm supposed to be going to the 41 Club, which will be here this evening. So I'd normally be parking in this car park and going for dinner at the Maison Caliu, which is on the corner here. Unfortunately, I won't be there, but fortunately I'll be at the airport picking Anita up, so I've still got something to look forward to, and I'm sure the lads will have a really good evening without me. Anita's flight is due in at 8 o'clock. I wonder if that's going to be on time. In the daytime, Maison Caliu is one of places we go to for a menu of the day. Good value menu of the day, 3 courses, including drinks, wine, water, gaseosa, for such a reasonable price. They don't do a menu del noche, they don't do it in the evening, but we have a special deal for the lads. There's a menu here. €15.50, and they change the menu every day. It's a bit more expensive on a Saturday. It's €23.50 on a Saturday as opposed to the $15.50 during the week. Right, this is a delivery van for the local pharmacy. Mercadona is just across the road. There's the local pharmacy there. To this lovely promenade, which would take me, if I carried on this way, it would take me into Palmanova. This is the new Caliu, but I'm heading for Mercadona. I think I can get in this way. Well, before I do my shopping, I'm just going to have a coffee. Cheers, everyone. And Anita's just told me she's checking in at the airport, so she'll be getting rid of her case and be going through to the lounge, and I'll go and do the shopping. So hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So bye for now.